Okay, hi everyone. This is Teacher Cheska and welcome to our grade 7 science class. So, if you're looking at your weekly home learning plan, you will see under Monday, 8:30 to 11:30 in the morning, you have to use your module 1A. So, muna siya atong gamiton. Alright? So, let's begin. So here you have to read what I need to know. Just go there. Alright. What I need to know, basahon nato ni. Okay? And after reading this, you will learn that for this session, you have to identify the steps in the scientific method. So that is our learning objective today. Let's continue. You also have to answer what I know. In your answer sheets, kinahanglan isulat ninyo dito Science 7, Module 1A, and then you put the activity, what I know, and then you please write matching type. So here, what you'll do is, on column A, you have different terms, okay? These are the terms that you will be learning in this module. And on column B, they have the definition, what they mean, unsa ang kada term o unsa ilang meaning. So in your answer sheets, you have to write down 1 to 15, numbers 1 to 15, and then you have to try to match what letter would fit the term in column A. So what letter in column B will fit the term in column A. So muna siya ang atong buhaton karon. Okay? So go ahead, you can pause this video while you do that. Pag ani, let us continue. You have to read the introduction to scientific investigation. So what is scientific investigation? So scientific investigation is the way in which scientists and researchers use a systematic process to answer questions about the world around us. It is a systematic process that involves measurable observations to formulate, test, or modify and prove a hypothesis. Okay. After reading about that, you have to go to activity number 2, vocabulary match. So here, again, sa inyong answer sheets, ibutang ang what's new and then activity number 2, vocabulary match. So how do we do this? Here na ay box. In the box, there are different terms that you will need to match. No? You have to get their meaning or definitions from here. So there are 10 items. Okay? Okay, you don't need to copy and answer. Here you can just do what we did earlier sa matching type. Just write down 1 to 10 and then the capital letter of your answer. So, for example, number 1, to explain or give meaning. So, what is the best word that defines to explain or give meaning? What does this mean? Unsa kaha? So, for example, your answer is letter L. So, then you write down in your answer sheets the capital letter L for number 1. Okay, so you have to do this. You can pause the video, then you have to answer it. After doing that activity, you will now go to the steps in scientific method. So here, you'll learn what are the steps that scientists are doing to find out the answer or to in their investigation. Okay, so here it says that are different steps in our scientific investigation. So you have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this diagram will show you how they do it. So basically, una, kani daw, define and identify the problem. Saman ang problem. And then, make observations. So observations. You observe what is in the surroundings. No? What is the problem all about? And then next, you have to form up hypothesis. So, a hypothesis is a temporary solution to your problem. Then you have to test it. Is that the possible cause? Is that the reason the problem has occurred? So, now you get and gather your data. So, ang result anin yung mga experiment, yung i-organize, and then of course, you have to analyze. Now, if your experiment is successful, then you can draw conclusions and then you can communicate results. Pero kung dili is successful, you have to find out what is the cause of the failure of your experiment. And then you have to do another experiment again and get new results, organize it, analyze it, and if it's already correct, then you can proceed to the next step to give conclusions and communicate your results. So those are the steps in the scientific investigation. Okay, to go deeper, you can read this. So what are the steps for how each step occurs? So basahon nato na, and then after doing that, answer what I have learned. So let's go to what I have learned. Here, you have to choose the letter that corresponds to your answer and write an essay about what is asked in number 2. Write your answers in your answer sheets. Here, you have to choose. So you see there is a situation here in number 1. Okay, you just have to choose one letter for your answer. And then in number 2, you have to answer the question, how do steps in scientific method help in solving problems? Please give your answers in 3 to 5 sentences only. Okay? So again, in the number 1, kinahanglan magpili ka, no, sa imong answer from the given choices. Just write the letter, the capital letter of your answer. In number 2, write in 3 to 5 sentences, how do the steps in scientific method help in solving problems? Okay, after doing this, you may now continue to our assessment. So, your assessment, please write in your answer sheet again. Isulat na to, assessment. And then number your papers 1 to 15. Okay? This can just be answers only. You only have 4 choices here. A, draw conclusions. B, form a hypothesis. C, recognize a problem. And D, test the hypothesis or experiment. So for every situation, you just choose one letter. So those are 15 items. Okay? So for example, in number 1, RJ Lu grew mango seeds in 10 pots. She divided the pots into 2 groups. The 5 pots exposed to sunlight and the rest 5 pots inside their house. So, asa man ni siya? Ahani na part sa scientific investigation. Naaba siya sa letter A, draw conclusions, B, form a hypothesis, C, recognize a problem, or D, test the hypothesis or experiment. So, aton tan-awon, since naaman siya 10 pots, ug iyang lahi ang 5, ipagawas niya, ang 5 dayon, kay narasulod sa balay. So, unsa man iyang gabuhaton ani karon? So, for number 1, yes, it's letter D, test the hypothesis or experiment. Okay, I'm pretty sure kaya na ninyo the rest of the assessment. So, good luck and bye!